I moved to Dubai expecting to burn through money, and instead, I'm keeping more of it than I ever did back home. Zero income tax, a furnished apartment with a pool for $1,100 a month, and shawarma platters for $3. This is the real cost of living in Dubai, and it's not what you think. Dubai has a reputation as a playground for the ultra-rich, and while that world exists, the reality for most expats is far more accessible. A single person can live comfortably in Dubai for $2,500 to $3,500 a month. And here's the kicker. With zero personal income tax, your effective spending power is 20 to 40% higher than an equivalent salary in London, New York, or Sydney. The UAE dirham is pegged to the US dollar at 3.67, and it has been since 1997. That means zero currency risk if you earn in dollars. Your rent and expenses are effectively dollar-denominated. Here's the typical monthly breakdown. Rent runs $1,000 to $1,500 for a one-bedroom in a good area. Food costs $350 to $500 depending on how often you eat out. Utilities including AC run $150 to $300. And yes, air conditioning is the big variable. Transport is $80 to $150. Healthcare insurance is $80 to $200. And lifestyle and entertainment add $200 to $400. Total, roughly $2,300 to $3,200 all in. For a tax-free city with world-class infrastructure, that's genuinely competitive. Housing is your biggest expense in Dubai, and it varies wildly depending on where you live. Let's break it down by tier. Budget-friendly areas, International City, Discovery Gardens, and Dubai Silicon Oasis. A one-bedroom here runs $700 to $1,000 a month. These are functional, clean neighborhoods, but they're further from the action and public transport can be limited. Mid-range sweet spots, Jumeirah Village Circle, known as JVC, Jumeirah Lakes Towers, and Al Bersha. This is where most expats land, modern apartments with pools, gyms, and security for $1,100 to $1,600. JLT especially offers marina-adjacent living without marina prices. Premium areas, Dubai Marina, Downtown, and Business Bay. Expect $1,800 to $3,000 for a one-bedroom. You're paying for views, walkability, and prestige. And then there's Palm Jumeirah, $3,000 to $5,000 for a one-bedroom. Beautiful, but let's be honest, that's not live for less territory. Quick tip, in Dubai, landlords traditionally demanded rent in 1 to 4 annual checks. But the market is shifting. More and more landlords now accept 6 or even 12 monthly checks, especially in newer developments. Always negotiate. Monthly payments can save you from needing a huge lump sum up front. One thing that catches newcomers off guard. There's a 5% housing fee payable to the Dubai municipality. That's 5% of your annual rent, split across your DEWA utility bills monthly. Factor it in. Food in Dubai is one of the best value propositions in the city, if you know where to look. Street food and cafeteria-style restaurants are everywhere, especially in Dera, Karama, and Bur Dubai. A shawarma plate costs 10 to 15 dirhams. That's $3 to $4. A full biryani or grilled chicken meal at a Pakistani or Indian cafeteria runs 15 to 25 dirhams, under $7. Mid-range restaurant dining costs 60 to 120 dirhams per person, $16 to $33. Dubai has incredible diversity: Lebanese, Japanese, Korean, Filipino, Ethiopian. You could eat a different cuisine every night for months. Groceries are reasonable if you stick to Carrefour, Lulu Hypermarket, or Union Co-op. Monthly grocery costs for a single person run $200 to $350, slightly higher than Southeast Asia, but lower than most Western cities. The expensive trap is the brunch culture. Dubai's famous Friday brunches at hotels run $80 to $200 per person. Fun once in a while, but they'll wreck your budget if you make it a habit. Alcohol is where costs spike. A beer in a licensed bar costs $10 to $14. A bottle of wine from a liquor store runs $15 to $30. Alcohol is heavily taxed, and only available at licensed venues or through MMI and African Plus Eastern stores. This surprised me. The best food in Dubai isn't in the fancy malls. Head to Al Riga Road in Dera or the cafeterias in Karama. Full meals for under $5, incredible quality, and zero pretense. Healthcare in Dubai is world-class, and as an expat, you're required by law to have health insurance. If you're employed, your employer must provide it. If you're freelancing or on a digital nomad visa, you'll need to buy your own plan. Basic plans start at $80 to $120 per month and cover outpatient visits, hospital stays, and prescriptions. Premium plans with dental, optical, and international coverage run $200 to $400. Dubai's hospitals are genuinely excellent. Mediclinic, Aster, NMC, and Cleveland Clinic Dubai are all top tier. An outpatient consultation with a specialist typically costs $40 to $80 with insurance copay. Without insurance, the same visit could run $150 to $300. Emergency room visits are covered under most plans with a small copay of $15 to $30. Prescription medications are reasonably priced. Most common drugs cost $5 to $20 at pharmacies, and many are available over the counter. One advantage: Dubai's healthcare system uses a centralized digital health records platform. Your medical history follows you across hospitals. No need to carry paper files or repeat tests. Dubai has a few hidden costs that catch expats off guard. Let's run through them. The 5% municipality housing fee, I mentioned this earlier, adds $50 to $75 a month on top of rent for most one-bedroom apartments. DEWA deposits. When you set up utilities, you'll pay a $545 refundable deposit for an apartment. It's refundable when you leave, but it's cash up front. Internet. DEWA and Etisalat are the two providers. A basic home broadband plan with 250 megabits per second costs $70 to $100 per month. That's pricier than most of Asia, but comes with reliable, fast speeds. Mobile phone. A prepaid SIM with data costs $30 to $55 a month. Postpaid plans with generous data run $55 to $80. Visa costs. The digital nomad visa application is only about $55, but the full process including Emirates ID, medical test, and stamping totals $400 to $600. Renewal runs $200 to $300 annually. Transport deposits. A NAL card for the metro costs $6, and if you're driving, Salik road toll tags charge $1.10 per gate crossing, with multiple gates on common routes. This adds up to $30 to $60 a month. The biggest hidden cost? Lifestyle inflation. Dubai is designed to tempt you. Brunches, beach clubs, malls, and luxury experiences are everywhere. The expats who do well here are the ones who set a budget and stick to it. Don't fall for the "you need a car" myth. The Dubai Metro covers most key areas: Marina, JLT, Business Bay, DFC, downtown. Pair it with the RTA bus network and ride-hailing apps, and you can live car-free in the right neighborhoods. Dubai is one of the safest cities on earth. The crime rate is extremely low. The Global Peace Index ranks the UAE among the top 50 safest countries, and violent crime in Dubai is virtually non-existent. Petty theft happens, but is rare compared to most major cities. The legal system is strict, and that's a double-edged sword. Offenses that might be minor elsewhere, public intoxication, certain social media posts, or even bounce checks, can carry serious penalties here. Know the rules before you arrive. Politically, the UAE is stable and business-friendly. The government actively invests in infrastructure, tourism, and tech. The leadership's Vision 2031 plan aims to make Dubai the world's leading business hub within the next 5 years. For expats, the practical benefits are obvious: clean streets, reliable utilities, near-zero corruption in daily life, and a government that responds fast. After the COVID pandemic, Dubai moved faster than almost any city on earth to reopen safely, and that speed of execution extends to everything from visa processing to building new metro lines. Geographically, Dubai is a global hub. 4 hours to Europe, 3 hours to India, 6 hours to East Asia. The airport handles more international passengers than any other in the world. If you travel frequently for work or family, this connectivity is hard to beat. This is the big one. Dubai's #1 advantage for expats is zero personal income tax. No income tax, no capital gains tax, no wealth tax. What you earn, you keep. For perspective, if you make $100,000 a year in London, you're paying roughly $27,000 in income tax and national insurance. In New York, it's about $30,000. In Dubai, zero. That's effectively a 25 to 35% raise just by being here. There is a 5% VAT on most goods and services, introduced in 2018, but that's negligible compared to the income tax savings. Corporate tax was introduced in 2023 at 9% on profits over $100,000, but it doesn't apply to personal income or employment. Banking is straightforward. Emirates NBD, Mashrek, and FAB all offer expat accounts with good digital banking. You can open an account within days of getting your Emirates ID. Sending money home is easy. Wise, Remitly, and local exchange houses all operate here with competitive rates. The dirham's dollar peg means you're not losing value on conversions. I learned this the hard way. Open your UAE bank account as soon as you get your Emirates ID. Many landlords require local bank checks for rent, and some services won't accept international cards. Don't wait. Free zone companies are another major advantage. Setting up a freelance company in a free zone like DMCC, Dubai Internet City, or IFCA costs $2,000 to $5,000 annually and gives you a residency visa, the ability to invoice internationally, and corporate banking access. Many digital nomads use this route instead of the digital nomad visa. The UAE economy is in strong shape heading into 2026. GDP grew 3.9% in 2025, driven by non-oil sectors, real estate, tourism, fintech, and logistics. Dubai specifically accounts for about 30% of the UAE's GDP and has been aggressively diversifying away from oil dependence for decades. Inflation has been moderate at 2 to 3% annually, lower than most Western economies. The dirham's peg to the US dollar provides currency stability, though it also means the UAE imports US monetary policy. When the Fed raises rates, the UAE follows. Real estate prices have been climbing since 2021, with rental increases of 15 to 25% in some areas. However, that growth is moderating in 2026. New supply coming online in JVC, Dubai South, and other developing areas is helping balance the market. Analysts expect rent growth of 4 to 6% in 2026. The government continues to invest heavily in infrastructure. The Route 2040 Urban Master Plan calls for 3 new metro lines, expanded green spaces, and development of new districts like Dubai South and Dubai Creek Harbor. Population is projected to reach 5.8 million by 2040, up from 3.7 million today. That growth fuels demand and economic confidence. Let's rate Dubai on the metrics that matter most to digital nomads and remote workers. Internet speed, 9 out of 10. Average broadband speeds hit 200 to 500 megabits per second. 5G coverage is excellent and widely available. Co-working spaces often offer dedicated fiber lines. The only downside, some VoIP services and content are restricted, and you may need a VPN for certain apps. Co-working infrastructure, 8 out of 10. Dubai has a massive co-working ecosystem. Let's Work, Nazab by WeWork, Regus, A4 Space, and dozens more. Hot desks run $160 to $330 per month. Most spaces are modern, air-conditioned, and professionally managed. Many include meeting rooms, event spaces, and networking opportunities. Community and networking, 7 out of 10. Dubai's expat community is enormous. 85% of the population is foreign-born. There are active meetup groups, business networking events, and industry-specific communities. It's easy to meet people, though the transient nature of the expat population means friendships can be short-lived. Cost-to-quality ratio, 6 out of 10. This is where Dubai loses points compared to Southeast Asia. The infrastructure is world-class. but you're paying 2 to 3 times what you'd pay in Bangkok or KL for similar co-working and accommodation quality. Overall Nomad Score, 7.5 out of 10. Dubai is a productivity powerhouse with incredible infrastructure and connectivity, but the higher cost of living means it works best for nomads earning $4,000 or more per month. Quality of life in Dubai is exceptional, with one major caveat: the weather. From November through March, Dubai is paradise. Temperatures hover around 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, skies are clear, and the beach lifestyle is in full swing. From June through September, it's brutal. Temperatures hit 40 to 48 degrees, humidity can exceed 90%, and you'll move from air-conditioned space to air-conditioned space. Most outdoor activities simply stop. The shoulder months, April, May, and October, are warm but manageable. Shopping is a lifestyle here. Dubai Mall, Mall of the Emirates, and Ibn Battuta Mall are destinations in themselves. International brands are widely available, and prices on electronics and fashion are often lower than Europe due to no import duties on many goods. Fitness culture is booming. Gyms like Fitness First, Gym Nation, and Barry's Bootcamp charge $50 to $100 per month. Gym Nation specifically offers plans as low as $30. Most residential buildings include basic gyms and pools. Beach access is free at public beaches. JBR Beach, Kite Beach, and La Mer are all popular and well-maintained. Nightlife exists, but it's concentrated in hotel bars, beach clubs, and licensed venues. A night out costs $80 to $150 per person. The scene is glamorous but expensive. This surprised me. Dubai has incredible desert experiences just 30 minutes from downtown. Sunset, dune drives, overnight desert camps, and stargazing that rivals anything I've seen. Don't just stay in the city. The desert is the real highlight. Cultural offerings have exploded in recent years. The Dubai Opera, Al Circle Avenue Art District, Museum of the Future, and the historic Al Fahidi Quarter all add depth beyond the glitz. So how does Dubai stack up against the competition? Let's compare with 3 popular alternatives. Dubai versus Singapore. Singapore is roughly 20 to 30% more expensive on rent and dining, but offers stronger public transport and healthcare systems. Singapore has personal income tax, up to 22% at the top bracket. Dubai's zero tax gives it a clear financial edge for high earners. Both cities are ultra-safe, clean, and efficient. Dubai versus Bangkok. Bangkok is dramatically cheaper, roughly 50 to 60% less expensive on rent, food, and entertainment. A comfortable life in Bangkok costs $1,200 to $1,800. Bangkok wins on street food, nightlife, and nomad community. Dubai wins on infrastructure, safety, earning potential, and the zero tax advantage. For someone earning $6,000 or more per month, Dubai's tax savings can actually offset the higher cost of living. Dubai versus Doha. These cities are more similar than most people realize. Cost of living is comparable, both are in the Gulf, and both are safe and modern. But Dubai has far more to do. More restaurants, more nightlife, more cultural events, and a much larger expat community. Doha is quieter and more conservative. The bottom line, Dubai makes the most financial sense if you earn well and want to maximize take-home pay. If your priority is lowest absolute cost, Southeast Asia still wins. But for the combination of safety, infrastructure, connectivity, and zero tax, Dubai is in a league of its own. Looking ahead, Dubai is doubling down on its position as the world's premier destination for global talent. The government's D33 economic agenda targets doubling the economy by 2033, with heavy investment in AI, fintech, blockchain, and renewable energy. The real estate pipeline is massive. Over 70,000 new residential units are expected to be delivered in 2026 and 2027, primarily in emerging areas like Dubai South, JVC, and Aryan. This new supply should moderate rent increases and give tenants more negotiating power. The Dubai Metro expansion continues. The Route 2040 plan includes new lines connecting Dubai South, the Expo area, and extended coverage in suburban districts. This will make car-free living viable in more neighborhoods. The digital nomad visa program launched in 2021 and has been quietly expanding. Processing times are faster, fees are lower, and the government is actively promoting Dubai as a remote work destination. Expect more co-living spaces, nomad-friendly banking, and community infrastructure in the coming years. One risk to watch: the UAE's corporate tax, introduced in 2023, signals a gradual shift toward broader taxation. While personal income tax remains firmly at zero for now, the long-term trajectory is worth monitoring, especially as the government seeks to diversify revenue beyond oil and real estate. For the foreseeable future, though, Dubai's trajectory is clear: more infrastructure, more talent, and more opportunity. Dubai, world-class living with zero income tax. Furnished apartments with infinity pools, some of the best food diversity on the planet, hospitals that rival the West, and an economy that's betting everything on the future. Whether you're a remote worker, a freelancer, or an entrepreneur, this city deserves a serious look. If this breakdown surprised you, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next city. Like this video if Dubai wasn't what you expected, and leave a comment. Would you pick JLT for the lakeside views, Dubai Marina for the beach lifestyle, or JVC for the best value? I'm curious where you'd set up base.